Do we
Mm.
get more Afton in Five Nights at Freddy's 2? Does Afton get more screen time?
I don't know. I'm literally growing this beard because I go next week to play Afton. Um, I hate this horrible thing.
So, for folks who may not be aware, you are a horror fan. You're also an avid tabletop gamer. And that
Mm,
kind of led to you partnering up with Justin and Tim to launch a whiskey inspired by your love of gaming and fantasy, Quest's End Whiskey. It completely sold out. It's won awards. And you guys were like, you know what? We're going to get into the tequila game.
that's 100% correct. Yeah,
Yeah.
we launched a year ago. I think October 2nd is our official company birthday.
Happy
And it was
belated birthday.
thank you so much. It was very exciting. Yeah, and it was that thing where we create high-end spirit experiences for fandoms, and we realized early on that what was happening with Quest 10, hopefully we could do with other sort of fandoms,
Mhm.
and leaning directly into horror made sense because I have an authentic appreciation for sort of the otherisms that that community holds, right? To see a kid in an Ice Nine Kills sweatshirt or see a kid with a, a Jason tattoo, um, speaks to like a really powerful community and people that self-select. And so the idea of building Macabre Spirits was like, can we authentically create something that is like a love letter to that community? And our answer is Macabre Spirits, which is this delicious reposado out of Jalisco, Mexico, that also comes with all of our products come direct to customer. And it has this unboxing experience that's really awesome. And then it comes with like an 80-page novella, like a terrifying story written by Mike Flanagan, who's arguably the modern master of horror. So
Mhm.
super fun. It's like a love letter to horror fans, and we hope they're into it.
This is so cool. You guys are basically creating like these collector's items. So, and you're all about the world building, which I love. You have this story by Mike that accompanies it, this beautiful packaging. But why not just slap your name on the label and be done with it?
Yeah, that's a great question because I think that's gross. I think
Yes.
it's gross to transact. Well, first of all, I am not famous enough to do what Clooney did, right? Like those guys or Ryan Reynolds who went out and sort of like built, listen, built great brands and then used their name and likeness to sort of promote it. I'm doing that now to some extent, right? But if we were, and I think I would do that if it was like a big broad band, like
Mhm.
sort of, here's our brand for everyday sort of drinking. Um, but we're going after communities. We're like speaking to communities specifically. So to like create a tequila and then slap a skeleton on the side of it and be like, horror fans, this is for you. I think that's really shitty. I think that's transacting on people's passion. It's like using their passions to sell something. And our belief is like that's pretty, I mean, I think that's probably people do a lot of business like that, but we think it's gross, right? So the thing we start with is like, what are we giving back to people? Like, what is our value add to people when they purchase our goods?
Right. I was
And that's why
expecting,
you get a book,
yeah.
right? You get a full-on book that's like 80 pages long. And our hope is that you sit there, you enjoy your tequila if you like tequila, right? We're hoping that you buy our tequila and you sit there and read this really awesome book.
Amazing. I was hoping for an impassioned answer, and then you did not disappoint. I knew that you
Okay.
were, I obviously you feel passionate about this. Otherwise, you guys would not put the time and the effort into creating it like an experience,
Ah,
essentially.
I have to tell you something. It's so exhausting. We are doing this wrong. Oh, my hair. Oh my God. We're doing this wrong. We're doing it wrong. Every 4 months, we bring out a product that is like that it's changing the liquid. We're changing this is a piece painted by Mia Bergeron. She read the story and she interpreted it into this painting, and then we put it on the front of the bottle. And so
Oh my
it's like so that changes every time. The story changes every time. The liquid changes every time. Like bro, it's hard.
God.
And then we have multiple brands. So all these iterations of brands are happening all the time. And if people our hope is that when you open our package, you feel seen. When
Mhm.
you open our package, that you feel like, oh, this is for me, um, and that people enjoy it. That's what we're doing. And if it misses, then we're doing it all for naught.
I feel like you can tell when something is very genuine and you can like you feel the love that went into it. You taste the love that went into this. You know what I mean? Like nothing about this feels like, oh, they just slapped their names on it.
No, and when you see the box, like our shipping box is like it's going to blow people's minds.
Like,
I mean, we haven't
oh,
revealed it yet, but it's like it's epic.
yeah.
And the juice is delicious, and so look, yeah. So we're heaving passion at it, and we hope people receive it.
Hell yes. So you recently worked with Mike Flanagan on The Life of Chuck. Is that where this conversation and partnership of having him write this story kind of
Yeah,
first started, or was it
yeah,
before
yeah.
that?
We did a very Hollywood thing. We had a mutual friend
Mhm.
named Alon, and Alon was like, "Hey, Mike wants to. Any interest in meeting Mike Flanagan?" I'm like, "Yeah." To be honest, I didn't know Flanagan's work at the time. And the only reason I say that is that I fell in love with him. The three of us sat there for 3 hours and like
Mhm.
had these great conversations. And he's a lovely man. Alon's a lovely man as well. So we had just an incredible lunch. Um, and at the end of it, he said, "I want to work with you someday." And I was like, "Well, what should I watch?" He's like, "Watch Midnight Mass." And so I went home that night and I like devoured the first 3 episodes
Mhm.
and fell in love with the entire series. And I texted him, I'm like, "You're first of all, you have so many monologues, they're terrifying.
Yes.
Second of all, I was like, I don't know who these actors are, but that's terrifying. And second of all, I'd love to be in your world someday." And then I was dropping my kid off at college, and he called me up and said, "I've got this small movie. It's an adaptation of Stephen King novella. I want you to do it. It's a very small part. It's not an indictment on your work. But if you're interested, I'd love for you to come play." And I just said yes. And it was so rewarding because I was there for the weekend. We all went to dinner multiple times. We went bowling. Sort of the way he operates is he creates this like fellowship of actors. And so I felt very loved to be there. And then the work I do in the movie, I'm super proud of, and the movie's beautiful, and the movie's like incredible.
I have
So,
yet to see it. I'm very jealous of the folks who got to see it.
so good. It's just I just think it's a really special movie.
Mhm.
So to have even a small part in a very special movie like that was fantastic. And look, um, in that I was like, we're creating Macabre. There's a short story that goes with it. We love you. I mean, there's no better way to launch this brand outside of like getting Stephen King himself, other than to do this. And he jumped at it. I mean, he was like, "I would love to do it. Sounds great." We said 15,000 words. He ended up at some point in the middle of the night texting me like, "If I go over, are you all right?" I'm like, "Yeah, great." He ended up writing 80,000 words, just under 80,000
Oh
words. And
my
so
God.
he loves the story. We love the story. And we think fans are going to go crazy for it.
Imagine being mad at Mike Flanagan for writing too many words. Like, no, no, man, you got to cut it. We need it
Oh
down to
yeah,
50.
we're gonna edit it down.
Yeah.
Edit you. Well, the fun thing is that see how much he's loved it. I think he's really. I know he's really proud of the story,
Mhm.
and I think he's excited to share it with people.
Awesome. We're excited to read it. You've gone on record as saying that your character in the original Scream, Stu Macher, is indeed alive. Hit me with your Scream theories.
Yeah, he gets stabbed multiple times. The TV falls on his head, and yes, that hurts. And he's completely scarred. His entire face is mangled. But he's doing his time in jail, and
Mhm.
he's about at the end of it's like the Menendez brothers. Like he's going to get retried, and he's going to get out of prison. He, of course, is in his Cape Fear De Niro sort of mode. So he's shredded and completely steroided out, um, with covered in like tattoos from prison. And he comes back to seek revenge on Sydney.
I love it. But he's got like a fucked up, like a Freddy Krueger
Oh,
face kind of vibe, and
completely
he's all jacked.
destroyed face. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
So
I'm here
good.
for it. He's got
You,
the
you and me both.
yeah, he's got the welcome to primetime bitch face, and
I
we're
can't
ready.
wait. I can't wait.
Yeah. Do you
Um,
have any like fan theories that are your favorite that you've come across?
not really. I'm not really. I mean, that's not.
Yeah.
It's not how I do not spend my days thinking about how to come back.
You're not
Uh,
just on Reddit all day, like, in
no,
between making multiple brands and stuff. You're not just on Reddit reading fan theories.
not my. That's not where I am. That's not where I am. If it is where I am definitely. I am on Reddit a lot. On Reddit. I am not on the Matthew Lillard fan fiction subreddit.
Maybe for the best, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm sure it gets real weird in there. I'm sure there's lovely things, and I'm sure it gets real weird.
It's so many things. It's the internet. The internet is a magical and freaky place.
Yes, perfect description. What about a Stu and Ghost Billy reunion? Do you think that would ever be in the cards?
I mean, look, they brought Billy back. How do you
Mhm.
not bring Stu back?
Exactly.
I
Yeah.
mean, come on.
Do we get to see them on screen together? Like, is Stu able to see
Like
Ghost Billy or
Obi-Wan
just his daughter?
Kenobi and Yoda together.
There you go.
That's like the last, that's the last image of the entire Scream franchise. Just the two of them holding hands, the first two husbands of horror
I
holding
love it.
hands in the next realm.
I need a spin-off of just that, actually. Like, we would watch the hell out of that.
Yeah,
Incredible.
who doesn't want that?
Yeah. Have you read any of the script for Scream 7 or talked to anyone involved? None? All
I mean,
right.
I know I did talk to Nev for a second, but
Mhm.
I know she's excited. I know that the story that she got, she was really excited. But that's all I know.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah, I'm in the family. I'm not in the war room.
Right. Right. Uh, you had a really cool reveal at the end of Five Nights at Freddy's for your character and who your character is. Do we
Hmm.
get more Afton in Five Nights at Freddy's too? Does Afton get more screen time?
I don't know. I mean, I do know.
You do know,
Uh,
yeah.
I'm literally growing this beard because I go next week to play Afton. Um, I hate this horrible thing.
You don't like it? It looks good.
Oh my
No.
God. I think that look, I think that the one thing my answer here is very simple. I can't reveal anything, but I will
Mhm.
say that I think that Scott and Emma have done a great job sort of listening to what the fans wanted after the first movie and
Mhm.
really working hard to give them what they want in the second film.
Nice.
So I'm
Okay.
excited about that. I think that there are the lore um is there and like they're going to expand on that and that
Mhm.
storytelling and the storytelling. And I think fans are going to be over the moon.
Nice. You've had a crazy cool career. You've done so many things. Is there anything that you have not tackled yet that you would like to?
Yeah, I'd like to play the lead in a really big movie.
Yes. Okay. Like give me
Yeah.
like an example.
Like, I would love to be like the lead bad guy in, a James Gunn movie. I would love to be, sort of, my cocoon moment. Like I would love to be the lead in like a cocoon where it
Okay.
stars old people that people love. Or on Golden Pond, I'll be Peter Fonda on Golden Pond, the remake. No, but yeah, I would love. I mean, listen, for me at this point in my life, I just want to keep working. I keep wanting opportunities. Um, and I just so many actors, I've been around for 30 years, so many actors
Yeah,
do not get that privilege.
right.
And so I understand that's a privilege. And my hope is I get to just keep having opportunities.
Amazing. Matthew Lillard's cocoon moment. It's coming. I can feel
There you
it.
go. There you go. The poster's going to just be my face.
Yeah, and people are gonna line up. There you go. With that expression, obviously. All right. Thank you so much. Goodbye to you and your beard. Congratulations on
Thank you.
everything. Always lovely
Thank
to
you
see
for
you.
supporting us. We appreciate you.
Of course.
For a brand like Macabre, having Fangoria on board to sort of help tell the story is huge. So thank you.
We're always going to support you. Come on now.
Thank you.
All right. Keep doing cool shit.
Your hair is fire.
Oh, thank you. Next time I see
Well,
you, are you going to have a little bit of this?
I can't wait.
Yeah.
Right through the beard.
Hell yeah. A little stripe. All
Right on.
right. All
Bye
right.
then.
Bye.
Thank you.